Hey Brickmaniacs, we're ready to kick off another Thursday sit rep. I know you guys are going to be excited, but yes, we are going to pre-order the Apocalypse Trooper, so we'll get a little bit more into that. But we also have a limited edition kit coming out for Canada Day. Dan will cover that a little bit closer. We have also got a German sidecar that Andreas will go over. And then we've got an incredibly exclusive minifigure that Amanda put together. You'll hear a little bit more about what went into that, but it is truly a team effort. It's awesome to see. We've got some restocks and everything coming back from Minifig Monday as well. Without further ado, I will turn it over to Dan and me. You do the big click, I'll do the teeny click.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Click. Big guy with a small clicker. Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Thursday sit rep. We got an awesome rundown for you again, as we do every week. We got some cool stuff for Canada Day. I did want to show this off right at the beginning though.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we got some poster action going on for World War Brick, which is right around the corner. As you guys know, this is our event of the year. Obviously, we do get around quite a bit elsewhere. However, World War Brick is the
premier,
the piece de resistance, whatever it is. You know, that is our baby.
Right.
And so we're very excited for that. You'll see promotional items showing up in our stores and all that kind of fun stuff, and probably with your orders as well. So don't forget, World War Brick, June 8th and 9th this year. We're going to have a great time as always. Lots of cool activities. And remember, if you are a weekend pass holder, pay attention to the website because we're going to have signups for parts drafts and other activities that'll be debuting that weekend that you can sign up for ahead of time. So make sure to do that. Otherwise, sorry for talking so much, but you got some cool stuff that you're putting out this week.
Long overdue. We haven't done a modern Canadian kit, I don't think ever.
Okay.
So we've done some World War II kits in the past for and World War I to
Well,
honor,
this looks
honor
plenty
the
modern.
Canadian, yeah. Honor the
You've
Canadian
got some
military.
printed items on here already.
Right, yeah, oh yeah. So this is the LAV-6.
Okay.
So this is a modern, so I don't know, I'm assuming you're familiar with the Stryker.
Yes.
It's the American 8-wheeled armored vehicle, which is really it's a model of the Canadian. It's basically the Canadian LAV, so a light armored vehicle, LAV. We previously did the LAV, the New Zealand LAV, the New Zealand LAV, and that would be the LAV-3 in Canadian terms. Canada upgraded they learned the hard way that there were some weaknesses on this vehicle, that some areas that needed improvement, and so they did it. They made this LAV-6,
okay,
the latest version, improved armor, different hull shape. It's just a beefier build and beefier.
It's a beefy kit, so I can see the vehicle itself being pretty big too.
So you mentioned that there was printing on here already.
Yeah.
I did recycle some of the parts was able to recycle some of the parts from the LAV, the New Zealand version.
Okay.
So the little windows on here, the vision ports, those haven't changed. So why reinvent the wheel?
Sure.
Right now, the reason why Slam isn't doing the sit rep is because he's back.
Dan put him to work.
Yeah, he's back making all the rest of the printed parts. So there will be lots more printed parts. This whole entire side of the vehicle will be
very
printed.
cool.
And both sides actually. The printing is cool. The printing is not the centerpiece of this model.
What is?
So you'll have 2 new figures.
Okay.
2 new Canadian figures come naturally with this.
Yep.
Plus, you'll have the option of getting pre-ordering the rifleman. So we're doing a modern Canadian rifleman. They will have Canadian takes on the weapons. We couldn't get you a brand new brick arm, so it's going to be
interpretations.
Yeah, it'll be a familiar brick arm, but a new version of it.
I think the cool part about that is that, so again, those figures will be available standalone once the LAV is ready to ship. However, everybody who's ordering the LAV, you get the option to just claim yours beforehand. That's not an option that is open to people who just want the figure. So you're kind of rolling the dice if you want just the figure, but if you're getting the LAV, you get a chance to secure that as well, which, again, if you're
guaranteed.
If you're one of those Canadians who's been just waiting for Canada Day to show up, now you've got an opportunity to secure the whole bundle right off the bat.
So this should be shipping in time for Canada Day. You should have it. It won't even be in the mail. I think DHL would be your
parade ready.
Yeah. So you have to really build it fast. Hopefully it comes in time. You can build it. But this is we're putting it together now, giving you the chance to order it ahead of time.
Yep.
That's now. We're only going to make this once.
Okay.
So
limited edition.
Canada Day comes around every year. So next year we'll have a different kit.
Mm-hmm.
May not be as cool.
Or cooler.
Yeah, it might be one of those other designers making it.
So if you want Dan's Canada Day kit, Canada now.
Canada.
Canada Day kit. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. I like it.
So yeah, there's some things that are missing. The chain gun here, the Bushmaster will have the proper barrel. We'll get to that.
Created by camera guy, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah. So let's do some functionality.
Yeah,
of this thing.
show it off, man.
We have all kinds. I have two very nice, handsome-looking stand-in ninjas right now.
Yes, they work as hard as anybody here at Brickmania.
Right. So you do have opening hatches on the top of the turret. There's a filler piece that goes in between the turret, between the hatches, but I have it removed because we have this little handy tool, which allows you to manipulate the wheels.
Nice.
So you don't even have to use the tool. You can just do it with your fingers. You can push them around. They're not.
But steering function, which is typical for the Brickmania strikers and stuff of the past, you guys have usually in your BTR 82 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Had the same kind of thing.
And the New Zealand one had the same function, but this is so much better. I completely gutted that.
Okay.
This is a much more robust steering system.
Yeah. Okay.
And to get it to actually turns, you basically you're controlling it through the turret, but the turret still rotates.
The turret still turns. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it doesn't interfere with that at all. And it's a very robust. I mean, it doesn't have working suspension. There's just, that's a bridge too far. At this, there's not enough spacing between the wheels to get suspension in there. And
there are trade-offs whenever you're building, absolutely. Yep. I think the functionality of this, though, definitely comes through.
So you have a driver's hatch. You can't actually fit the driver in here, but the hatch will open if you want to access that in the front here. You can fit your guys in the back.
Okay.
So there is a ramp that opens. There's some hatches up on the roof deck here. So you're
not to put me on the spot. Do you know how many troops, like in real life, this vehicle
6 or
can
7.
hold? 6 or 7. Okay.
So the idea being that 2 of them together can hold a full squad of 12 plus your 12 plus 1.
Sure.
But it's 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 if you squeeze, 6 if you
got
reasonably
load out. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And these bins on the outside of it, which will be printed by the way, they're to store all your gear because that thing is a real tight fit inside. One thing that you get this key here. Not only you can control the steering of the vehicle, but inside there is the winch barrel. The drum, the drum for the winch. So
that's functional too. What a great play feature. That's awesome.
So you have the winch. So this thing gets caught, stuck in a ditch or something. They have to be able to pull themselves out. So it does have a winch, and you can wind up the drum with your tool. So it's meant to look like that goofy siren, orange siren.
Don't bump into me, alerter. Yeah.
Yeah, when they go on maneuvers, but it's kind of exaggerated in size. So otherwise, your hands would.
As are with many things in Lego, that's okay.
My fingers are big and fat. I need bigger tools.
Brother, you're preaching to the choir there. No worries.
So the M240 will be printed. It is
perfect caliber.
It's going to be a perfect caliber. It'll be I believe it's the C6, the Canadian version. So wooden furniture on there.
Awesome.
It'll be different from our other M2HB or M240s. I'm sorry.
Yet another thing that Slam is currently hard at work on.
Yes. So has everything you'd expect on it. I love working on this. This is so much beefier than the previous. The LAV-3, the NZ one. That was a fun kit. But this thing just looks like a beast.
Interior shot there, camera guy.
You could probably fit like 4 minifigures in there.
Awesome.
They would be really. You can't fit the 6 or 7.
Yeah, well, that's a minifigure doesn't look like a human. You know what I mean? So that's totally fair, especially when it comes to proportionally. Exactly. Exactly. Still an absolutely awesome build. Holy smokes, this thing is cool.
So one time only.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a little discussion about limited edition because some of the stuff everything on this table today, everything we're bringing you today is
neither of those are even available online. Actually, the only way you could get them right now is in the stores or if they maybe come back for a Holly's Haul or the Vault.
Right. So the nature of things, we're doing small batches. Stuff could sell out at any time. Stuff we can't even get any more of the parts. So I think we were just discussing before we started filming about the barrels, the Brick Arms barrels, this is the 57 millimeter and the 76 millimeter.
And the 76, correct.
Long
and short.
Yeah, they're being discontinued. So we actually, those instructions, not on the website anymore. Those sticker packs.
They're not functional.
Yeah, and it's just the nature of small business. Just once something is not produced, it can't be made anymore. And that means we can't make any more kits using those pieces. We can't even sell you. We're not even going to sell you instructions because the first thing you're going to go is, "Where's this piece?" And we can't even provide it for you.
Well, and you got to remember too that the Brickmania design team right now, minus some of the community stuff, but the internal design team is 6 people. 6 people.
Yeah.
do this every week.
Yep.
So just like categorize that a little bit, and then understand too that like obviously it takes money to buy bricks and money to hold inventory and all that kind of fun stuff. And so it is part of the business model to have to figure out how to make sure that stuff doesn't stick around super long. Plus, you guys build like insane people. I mean, holy crap.
Oh, there's new stuff.
Every single week, it's like some new amazing creation.
Right.
And it's like,
there's no way we could have all of it in
Right.
stock. So we're getting to the point where it's building season. It's been building season. We have a huge backlog of things that we've been working on. There will be less restocks. So the last 6 months or so, you're getting kind of lucky that we've had opportunities to do restocks. That's going away. So you're not going to be seeing a lot of stuff restocked, and then a lot of stuff that we thought we might be able to make more. It's just it's too old. It's squeezed off the schedule. So I think even this weekend you might find some stuff at stores that are our last chance. So
it's going to be a theme moving forward. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah,
it's part of the deal.
I posted pictures of this online on my Instagram account. People are, where can I get another one? I missed it the first time. Like, well, we tell you these things are limited edition for a reason.
Yeah.
This one may or may not come up. These other ones for sure, limited edition.
Mm-hmm. Trust the label. The label is true.
Yeah.
So, and even to be totally honest, even the other stuff is all still limited edition to a degree. It just has to do with us wanting to be sure that we can bring it back if possible. However, it's not always a thing, as you guys know, because sometimes stuff just goes away, like Oddball and Fury, which unexpected, no kidding. But it's part of the nature. And once again, 6 people, guys. So just contextualize that a little bit. Okay, we do have a check-in. We've got to jump over to the EU here real quick because we do have another kit on pre-order this week, and that is the German motorcycle with sidecar. So I'll turn it over to Andreas and hear a little bit more about that cool little build.
Hey everyone, this is Andreas back from the European Design Studio in Oslo. Just checking in real quick to show you this mini kit we have coming out. This is the German World War II motorcycle with sidecar. So this is, of course, a very famous vehicle from World War II that has been done many times over the years. Dan's motorcycle has been one of the staple World War II military builds that has become pretty much the industry standard for all motorcycle builds. So my contribution to this was basically trying to do my own take on this, but also adding mostly some more surfaces where we can print, because our printing capabilities is now, of course, it gives us a lot of advantages. So just take a look at the renders. You will see all of the glorious printings, from the perfect calibers to the logo, engine detail. There's a lot to like here. Beautiful figures from Amanda. So it's a very small kit, but it is very strong. I have built it so that it's fairly strong in how it's built, pretty sturdy. There's a lot of pieces to it, so trying to work with some cool techniques. We got the new mudguard here. We're also using the 3D elements made by Camera Guy, and the jerry can, which is a nice addition to this. Perfect caliber, of course, you can see in the render. We have a new design for it, so now it comes in black with printing on top. And of course you can fit a gunner in the sidecar here, and you have your driver on the motorbike. So yeah, a small and simple build. Hope you guys like it. Back to the studio.
All right, thank you, Andreas. So that will wrap it up for the pre-order. Wait, no. We actually have a minifigure we're going to pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because everybody was so loud about it on social media, which we totally understand. I apologize for putting that in the calendar. That was completely my fault. However, the Apocalypse Trooper is now available for pre-order. We just got the artwork done pretty much this week. It came together really quick. It's a wonderful collaboration between Amanda and Slam to kind of bring this lore to life. And this one is going to be available online for everybody to get their hands on. So yes, it will be available for pre-order. We're going to do our best to adjust that batch size to make sure that everybody can get their hands on one if you want to get in on it. However, like with all things, we only have so much production. So if you want an Apocalypse Trooper, my recommendation is make sure you are here at 8 a.m. on Friday, because that is when it's going to go live. If you know Brickmania, you know we don't typically pre-order single minifigures,
No.
but the crowd was loud. It's pretty much how it's going.
And we want to let you order them so
Yes.
we know how many to make. There's a batch going into production. If we can make that batch big enough to
Exactly. Satisfy demand.
Right. We want to make sure you get them when you want them. And the best way to do that is pre-order it. Otherwise, we might not make enough.
Exactly. So you can fill out your ranks. You got an opportunity to do that. However, one minifigure that is definitely not evergreen is this World War II U.S. Army flamethrower operator. Now, Dan, can you tell me the situation with the brick arms behind this, basically?
Sure. Well, first, let's even take a further step back.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to make this guy. D-Day stuff coming up, and we wanted to have a flamethrower operator so we could put it in our D-Day dioramas. We've had a long history of working with Will from Brick Arms to make special custom pieces. He agreed to make the flamethrower one last time for us.
There we go.
and it was really, I don't think he was very thrilled about it.
But he did it, thankfully.
He did it, yes.
Thank you, Will.
Yes, thank you, Will. And you can all thank Will, too. So we have a World War II U.S. Army flamethrower. All of our past flamethrower operators were Marine Corps. So this is our first ever Army.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
It's kind of unique. So we're only going to be able to do this once.
Yes.
And we're not going to be able to get more of these. So once they're gone, they're gone. But we actually perfect calibrated the flamethrower.
I know. Slam got his hands on it. And you can really see some of those awesome details that obviously he's very particular about. But
everybody is at peak of their craft.
Yes.
So we have the Brick Arms flamethrower, the Brick Arms based helmet. That Kimmer guy actually turned into a
custom created accessory.
Yep. And then Amanda did an amazing job on the minifigure. So one of a kind figure. It's only going to be available once. Get your hands on it now because we can't make more.
Yes.
It ain't going to happen.
Yeah. So very, very, very different from the Apocalypse Trooper. This is something that is if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking at. That's kind of the deal there.
And it's immediate. This is shippable.
Ready to ship. Yep.
This has been in the works. We've been working on this thing.
Which also means that if you're close to one of our retail stores, odds are you'll be able to head there within the next couple of days and pick one up as well. Yeah. Because those will be shipped out, ready to roll. Sweet. Well, that is an awesome minifigure. That wraps up everything that is brand new this week. However, we do have a couple of kits, like Dan mentioned before, limited edition, that are going to be heading to retail stores. So the bunker.
This is
ready to roll.
The Normandy, the D-Day bunker. Great kit by Andreas. This is. If you're building like your beach scene, this would be great. You could just put it in some vegetation around here, hide this thing. Roof opens up. You got two custom figures, and then the Pack 40 in there. Opened up inside. There's a lot of cool details inside. I think there's a whole video already going over this whole thing.
Yep.
But, I'm just I'm kind of blown away by this thing. And I think a lot of people are going to be kicking themselves because they didn't jump on the pre-order.
It is so Brickmania obviously has released amazing play sets in the past. However, a lot of them are similar to vehicles, so it's few and far between when you get something that is as functional as that is. And I love the scenery.
Yep,
it's awesome.
They're going to stores, so there will be some available at stores. Every store gets one. I think more than one actually, but you can't. They're sold out online. All of our online allotment is long gone.
It's toast. So Vault or Holly's Hall is the next potential chance for online. But again, that's part of the perks of if you're in the area, if you happen to travel for work, whatever you're doing, make sure you know where those locations are.
Your Aunt Marge will go over to the
exactly
store and pick up your
Aunt Marge. See, Aunt Marge, she'll help you out.
See, Aunt Marge, it's good to be close to your family, especially if they live near a Brickmania store.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
The sub, that's the other one that's getting ready to go. That's the USS Jimmy Carter.
Technically, it's
3-in-1, right?
Yeah, it is. And technically, it's not limited edition. I just don't. It's such an awkward kit. I don't know when or where we're going to fit this one into the production cycle again. It's USS Jimmy Carter as built right now. As built. This middle section is their specialty section. The real submarine has a mission, multi-mission platform. And that's what this is. You can take this section out, and all of a sudden you have the Seawolf or the USS Connecticut. There's three Seawolf class submarines, Jimmy Carter being uniquely the big one like this, which is the kit by default. Take that section out. You actually get the sail number, the nameplate. I don't know if you can see that. It's down on the bottom there. By default, I have the Jimmy Carter on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you do get the replacement parts to change it to
what you want it to be. Yeah, very cool.
One of the three subs, plus the figure actually. I think it's by default that comes with the light flash.
And that's a new figure that Brickmania hasn't done previously before.
No, I've never done it.
Right?
It's poopy suit.
Yep.
So it's the United States Navy's work suit. So when ships are out at sea, they're not wearing their dress whites or something. They wear coveralls because grease and dirt and whatever on the ship is going to splash on your uniform. So they wear this. They call it the poopy suit because apparently it's not exactly the easiest thing to like. You have to take it all the way off to go to the bathroom.
Fair enough.
So it is an officer. He has a USS Carter hat on, but you get hats for all three boats.
Oh, wow.
And you get 3 flesh tones, so you can change it.
A lot of customization options.
Yeah, so,
That's very cool.
So you can make, if you or yourself or
you want to represent
your family,
yourself
yeah.
or whoever you're buying it for. Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, and that's unusual. We don't usually those are like only the figures that we offer that thing. I don't think we've ever done that in a set before.
I can't remember.
But we've never done a boat before either. So
Yeah.
the next boat would be like, logically we'd do like the Arleigh Burke class destroyer, and probably do the same sort of thing. You can pick your boat and pick your figure.
Cool.
But this is cool.
Yeah.
This is like a tube. It's
is a
quite
tube.
solid. Yeah. And it's sturdy. It's not like gonna fall apart on you. So I got to put all the printed parts on it yesterday. And I was kind of excited because I hadn't seen the printing done until yesterday.
It's always nice to see these models come to fruition. There's only so much you can get through with a prototype, even if it's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of, just to keep things moving along.
In stores, or if you've ordered one, it should be on its way.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to show this bad boy off one more time.
Yeah, this is definitely worth a repeat.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about this when on a sit rep that you weren't here, but so this is the Brickstuff M2HB with light and sound kit. Basically, the deal with these is that Rob from Brickstuff, kind of like what we were talking about with these with the barrels from Brick Arms, this is discontinued. Now, Rob was nice enough to be basically
we begged in
Dan said, "Hold on a second. What do you mean they're gone? Can we get one more shot at them?" He said, "All right, we'll do one more production run." Dan bought them all, and now we've got them. And so this is
specially made for Brickmania.
Yeah, this is it. This is the last run, and actually the kit had changed a little bit. We went out and picked up the translucent pieces to be able to kind of replicate what the original product was. And so other than that, it works exactly like the ones that you guys originally had. Although the battery pack is actually a little bit smaller.
It's
so
nicer.
for building it into tanks and stuff, yes, huge upgrade for vehicles for sure. There's still the adhesive backing.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it works exactly the way the old one did, and they're so awesome. Yeah. They add such an awesome level of detail. But what's left is left, and that's it.
Right. I have some of these on the Samuel B. Roberts, but it's just the sound. It's just the light board. They don't have any of the sound on it. So I was like, why don't we sell these anymore?
No, they are awesome. Actually, one of the things that some of you guys viewing probably were these people, but we had them available at World War Brick a couple of years ago, and pretty much everybody who had an accessible M2HB, once they saw this thing, went and bought one and upgraded their mock, like right there on the spot.
The entire hall was filled with sounds of M2HB.
Exactly. So as you guys can tell, it's really awesome, and it integrates very, very well, especially into landscape mocks. But again, with the smaller battery pack, it works pretty well in vehicles as well. So, again, the entire production run was 100 kits. Yeah. And so whatever's sold already out of that, there's probably at least a third of them gone. Yeah. So it's not going to be around forever.
Don't sit on this one.
Yeah.
Any of this stuff. Don't sit on any of it. We just want to reinforce it because there's people coming to me with teary-eyed stories. Well, I missed it, and like, I'm sorry, we're not gonna fire up the production run, another production run to make 2 or 3 copies. So.
Speaking of which, segueing to our Monday pre-orders, Saturday Matinee Part 2, final batch.
Yep.
Done deal there. So if you're going to be one of the people who come to us when it hits the vault and are like, wait, I didn't know it was retired, here's your warning. It is being retired. This is the final run of it, coming back on pre-order on Monday.
I'm going to give you a hint. If it comes in a black box, has a black background on the cover, chances are it's not going to get restocked.
He's eliminating them all. No black box is safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's coming back, final batch for the pre-order. We're also doing the Messerschmitt BF109. That'll be coming back as a pre-order as well. Those are your 2 Monday restocks, so to speak.
Sure.
Rolling on, we'll hit them rapid fire real quick. This is the stuff that is going to be ready to ship to online orders and retail stores come Monday. We have the Black Ops Edition Huey gunship. Modern U.S. Marine in desert camo, American Civil War Confederate rifleman, as well as the Confederate officer. We will have the Perfect Caliber Ukrainian Brick Arms PCV operator vest. World War II British rifleman, that's a classic series figure. Perfect Caliber M1 carbine, that's the paratrooper version. Perfect Caliber M1A1V2 SMG, and a Perfect Caliber SMLE Mark III. So that is your restock rundown for Monday. I know sometimes it's kind of a long-winded thing, but people get mad if I don't sell them everything that's coming back. So that's the deal for restocks there. And then you are getting ready to go to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, Florida, yes.
Yeah.
So I will be going, and
Brick Fan Expo,
yeah.
something with a brick in the title.
Yes.
Brick Fan Expo. There we go. I
Brick
wrote
Fan
it down.
Expo. They previously we've gone to. I've just been in vending there, but this is a little different. I'm actually going to be displaying a little bit there. So
Cool.
We'll have the Samuel B. Roberts will be on display. It's on its way to World War Brick. So I
Nice.
was like, well, I'll bring it. I'll throw it in the car. Bring it with me. So I'll have the boat. I'll probably have some other prototype models and stuff
Awesome.
that because I'm driving from Florida.
Yeah, you don't have to put it in a suitcase.
Minnesota. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will be bringing up. So.
Well, and so that's the 18th and 19th of May, and then remember, guys, too, that Road Store exclusives, they follow him.
I will have.
So if you can find Dan, he'll have what you want.
Yeah,
So-
we do have a vendor booth. I will be running the vendor booth.
Yep.
I will probably not be hanging out at the ship. I'll hopefully have some helpers. I'm hoping to have Andrea coming to hang out
Hear that?
and participate at Brick Fan Expo. I mean, these are we live to go to these kind of shows.
Yeah.
So it's only when we have a crew together, we go to as many as we possibly can.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. And again, Road Store exclusives, always worth the trip. Plus, you get to go see some awesome builds, and you can bother Dan, which we get to do from a 9 to 5 perspective here, but you guys only get to do on the weekends.
9 to 5.
Yeah, not for you. The other thing we wanted to touch on just before we go away, I know that there's been some changes on Bricklink to ebooks. We've mentioned it a couple of times that we are in the process of figuring that situation out. Just know that we are working on updating that backlog to make sure that the XML files integrate with Bricklink again.
Right.
So, and you've already taken on doing a couple of them, I think.
Yeah, there's some of it's already been done, and the new, I've been doing posting the new instructions. Those new instructions have all been updated. I don't have time to go back through it, so somebody else.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we have.
Again, 6 people.
It is being done, and they will be updated. You may have to re-download the whole zip file, or you may just have to re-download the XML file.
Yeah.
Not everybody uses the XML file, and that's just so. It's just so you can go to Bricklink, upload the parts file. So.
Which makes it a lot easier. So anyways, that'll be the end of it. Anything else you want to cover?
No, I think that's more than enough.
Okay, wonderful. Well, as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll tune in sometime next week.